All right, we're live. Okay. To me, document to clear my skin problems naturally since I struggled with them for so long. So I'm 26 years old, just some context. When I was 12 years old, I started getting acne, blemishes, had to go to the dermatologist, bought Proactive, Neutrogena, Clean and Clear. Maybe you resonate with this some form or way. And in 2014, I started the process of looking for natural skincare solutions. So I think this live stream is titled The Truth About How to Clear Your Skin Naturally. I'm just going to jump right into it since I gave you enough context. So basically, in 2014, I created Restore, which is the first topical skincare solution that naturally cleans and clears your skin in one step. It's basically an apple cider vinegar facial toner that smells great, that is more effective than just using a regular apple cider vinegar toner, and it's an available and an affordable price. So, when I created this solution, I thought this was the end all be all of my skin problems. But lo and behold, over the past God knows how long, 4 years, I've encountered a plethora of more skin problems. Thankfully, I encountered these problems because they were really opportunities for me to learn more and to go deeper and to really get to the truth of things. And I've realized that's something I'm really good at and passionate about in regards to not only skin problems, health, life, whatever. But, anyways, so as you can see, my skin is not perfect, and I'm totally cool with that. But if you watched maybe one of the last videos, today's Friday, January 18th, I think. I tried uploading videos previously. I did like 10 videos in one day. My internet is really slow and it takes way too long, so I'm just gonna probably do these live streams because it's so much easier. But I kind of showed these two little bumps that popped up. Normally in the past, what I would have done was put a bunch of Restore on, use some tea tree oil as a natural acne spot treatment, and continue to eat sugar, gluten, and dairy products, not knowing those were the three sources of my skin problems. So, what I've learned over the past 4 years that I want to share with anyone who's been watching my videos previously over the past couple of days, I really appreciate your time and attention. Is one, you've got to stop doing the things that's causing your skin problems. So, from a product standpoint, if you're struggling with problem skin, cystic acne, hormonal acne, if you have any type of skin disease where your skin is just sensitive and inflamed, from a product standpoint, you want to stop using products that are going to create more skin inflammation, like Proactive, Neutrogena, any of these crappy products that just have all these harsh chemicals and ingredients. Because what's going to happen is these products are going to disrupt the pH balance of your skin, break down the skin's natural defense system, which is called the acid mantle, and then your skin's not going to be able to protect and heal itself naturally. So that was kind of the whole premise and thesis behind Restore is your skin's slightly acidic between 4.5 6.5. What Restore is going to do, it's not only going to safely clear acne, blemishes, dry, oily skin problems and leave your skin feeling clean, refreshed, hydrated all throughout the day. It's going to get to the external root cause of your skin problems, which is pH imbalance. So that's like the first thing you want to remember. The external root cause of your skin problems is pH imbalance, which is caused by using products that contain harsh chemicals and ingredients. So, once you use Restore, or you literally just use apple cider vinegar to balance the pH levels of your skin, depending upon the environment you live in and the weather, you might have to tweak the apple cider vinegar. And for instance, I'm in Springfield, Missouri right now. It's freezing outside, so obviously I don't need as much moisture because it's I mean, depending on how you look at it, maybe that's not a good example, but anyways, you get what I'm saying. So That's the most important thing you have to realize is the external root cause of your skin problems is pH imbalance. You can solve it by balancing the pH with apple cider vinegar or by buying a bottle of Restore. This bottle lasts 60 days. It smells amazing. It leaves your skin feeling clean, refreshed, hydrated. It also cleanses, tones, hydrates your skin all in one step. It simplifies. My whole life is about simplification. I'm just like, I want to compile everything into one little shot or tablet or pill or whatever. So that's the goal. The second most important thing you want to focus on and realize is that your skin problems are simply signs of gut inflammation. So, knowing that pH imbalances the external root cause, that's kind of like the 80/20, so to speak, meaning like that's the 20% of your skin problems that if you focus on it and you take the right action steps like balancing it the pH with apple cider vinegar or whatever, it's going to generate 80% of the results. That's what Restore did for me, that's what apple cider vinegar did for me. But then, I was still struggling chasing this idea of perfection, perfectly looking skin, while I was building Restore, while I was selling it at the farmer's market, and while I was still experiencing skin problems. But until I began to experiment with my diet, try the ketogenic diet, the high fat diet, and other things like that in regards to biohacking or experimentation, did I realize like no, your skin problems are actually being caused by the foods that you're eating. So there's a company called Viome. It's spelled Viome.com. You can check them out. I definitely recommend them because I used them last year because I struggled. I not struggled. I in 2017 I got a horrible bout of cystic back acne, which was caused by me eating an extremely high fat diet, traveling to Bali, Indonesia, not no longer being able to receive high quality fats, eating these burgers from these places that probably contain hormones or antibiotics, not washing my hands because I was scared to kill the good bacteria, and then petting dogs, So basically, what I'm trying to say is Viome gave me the data to realize that my body can't process fat efficiently. So, because I was eating this high fat diet, these foods that my digestive system cannot process efficiently, my gut was severely inflamed. My stools were very loose and watery. And if your gut's not working properly, a whole list of other problems can occur. So before I got the data back from Viome, this was in September of 2017. I did the test when I came back from Bali for the first time, and then I went back to Bali, Indonesia in October 2017. And then before I got the data back, which took about a month or so, what you do with Viome is you send in a piece of your poop and a saliva test or a urine test. I forget what it was to get the metabolic intelligence on top of the gut intelligence data. You send this data to them so they sequence your microbiome, your gut bacteria, and then give you food recommendations based upon your specific biology instead of listening to some guru or the next fad diet of what you should be eating. They're giving you personalized, precise information and food recommendations that is probably the most valuable information anyone in the world could receive in regards to health and wellness, because I now believe that the health, all inflammatory diseases are caused by gut inflammation. So before I got that data, I went to see a naturopath. And the reason why I signed up for Viome was, which I'll put in the comments below or the description below, is because I was so sick of trying so many different things and shooting in the dark without any data or information. At that time, I had gone through all the topical skin care products to try to solve my problems. And then I started getting into herbs and things like that, but I was too lazy to do my homework and actually research and understand the body. It's a very complex thing, so it takes some time to learn this stuff. And unless you're obsessed with it, it's like you're just not going to put in the work. So, instead of shooting in the dark and looking for things externally to try to see if it would solve my skin problems, which I was still at that time, struggled at the beginning of 2017 with a lot of boils under my forehead. And then when I went to Bali, my back started to break out when I came back home. When looking back at it now, it's really just a clogged lymphatic system, like I talked about in the previous video, where because my kidneys weren't filtering properly, the my blood, all the stuff that the kidneys, are supposed to release and let go of, at least from my understanding. I'm not an expert. I'm learning every single day. The lymphatic system drains through the kidneys. So if my kidneys aren't filtering properly, which I think almost 99% of people's kidneys aren't, then all that stuff's getting backed up in the lymphatic system in the blood. So all that stuff was just coming out through my back. Or at least that's the way my body decided to detox. And because last year and at the time when I went back to Bali, Indonesia, I was trying all these different things, doing fasting. It got even worse, but really looking back, I was just detoxing. But anyways, long story short, what I'm trying to get at is the truth about having naturally being able to clear your skin is it all starts with what you're eating. So the first step, if there's like a 5-step process I could give you, which I will in a guide in the next couple weeks, is one, stop doing the things that are causing skin and gut inflammation. First, stop using products that contain harsh chemicals and ingredients. Second, you want to balance the pH levels of your skin. You do that by using Restore. If you do those two things, it will do the 80-20 of it, and you'll do the 20% of the work that's the easiest that will generate 80% of the results you're looking for. However, the thing with the 80-20 rule, the last 20% is like the most difficult. It's like the last 5% is considered like the mastery, if you want to think about it in those terms. So to get to that is chronic, that is systemic, that lasts 4 years, you have to go inside and look inside in regards to what are you consuming on a daily basis? Are your hormones balanced? Is your immune system working? Are your kidneys working? Is your liver detoxifying the things that you're putting into your body? Is your lymphatic system draining properly? Are you moving your blood flow? That's why a couple of the other videos previously talked about stop drinking coffee, do the Wim Hof method, and all these other things. But like, I just wanted to create this video to connect with you, say thank you for watching, to do something I'm scared to do. Yeah, I've never done a YouTube live. I don't really care at this point in regards to the fear thing, but also just give you a brief overline to get you thinking, to make you realize like all the stuff that we're looking for, that we think we want in life. It's not outside; it's inside. So, if you have any questions in regards to what I'm talking about, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm going to be posting, like I said before, a lot more videos. And they're just going to keep getting better and better and better and shorter and more simpler, if that's a word, and more concise, so you understand exactly how to treat your own skin problems, because every single person is different. Like one person, let's say they have cystic acne on their back, and they take a bunch of drugs and drink a bunch of coffee, and their liver is destroyed. Whereas person B, it's really their kidneys, or they just keep eating dairy. Every single person is different, so there's no point in me just giving advice or recommendations. All I'm trying to do is simplify and share information that's actionable, effective, and most importantly, accurate, and show you the things that you can either buy that will create at Restore, or the information, the knowledge, the techniques, the habit changes that you can do that will create the biggest result in the shortest amount of time possible. Because as you know, I've struggled with skin problems forever. So like, it's just like my obsession and desire to help you save the time and alleviate the pain and suffering that you go through is because I've failed so many times at doing this. Almost 15 years. It's ridiculous. But I finally cracked it. And like this popped up 2 days ago. This will go away in like 2 days because I was eating. I can easily remember what I ate this week because I normally fast for 23 hours every day and I eat one meal per day. And most of the time I just eat the same foods, but I make sure it's very colorful in regards to the microbiome, bacterial diversity of what I'm eating. So basically, what I eat every single day is I first take a shot of apple cider vinegar. This is something I learned from Snake Juice Guy. Um, Taking a shot of this, which I take multiple times throughout the day, but previously I did it for different reasons. The reason I take a shot of apple cider vinegar before I start eating food or eat my one meal per day, when I get organic, by the way, is because it helps balance the pH levels in your stomach. It helps, make sure there is stomach acid there, so to prime the stomach to receive and break down the food. It's the first thing I do. Next, I take a handful of supplements ranging from CoQ enzyme 10 to turmeric to burdock root, that's good for the gut and the blood, hydrangea root, that's good for detoxifying the kidneys or just supporting the kidneys, to magnesium, potassium, and another blend and concoction of super green vegetable powders mixed with a whole list of other supplements. Like milk thistle, that's really good for detoxifying the liver. That's my elixir, so to speak. Has about like 50 calories, 100 calories, but it's very nutrient dense. I also take B vitamin, vitamin C in the most absorbable forms. And then today, I also put psyllium husk and some marshmallow root. That's good for psyllium husk is good for pushing out all the stuff, clearing the colon, cleansing the gut, just like pushing stuff out. The marshmallow root, I think at least from my understanding, there are digestive benefits, but MSM and L-glutamine, if you wanted to know, are really effective at restoring the gut lining. And I've noticed that by looking at my stool and the quality of it. But what caused all this stuff, going back to what I was saying, is I'm back home with my parents. I'm currently quote unquote broke. I don't have that much money until I start to create more of it, so to speak. So I don't have my $1,000 to $2,000, $3,000 a month salary to go to Whole Foods and buy whatever healthy stuff I want to eat. I have to kind of work within my little constraints and boundaries. So, anyways, with that said, growing up, I had this cabinet filled with sugar. You got the fruit roll up, you got the gushers, and then you got like the pretzels, the Cheetos, the goldfish, all the crappy foods. It still exists because my family doesn't is not as obsessed as I am with health and wellness and has not gone on my own journey. So they still are unaware of why they eat those foods. The first step to change is awareness. Anyways, so now that I'm back home with my family, surrounded by comfort, which I don't really like, it's actually more difficult because there's so many more temptations. But earlier this week, I was eating, I was craving sugar, and it's in 45 days ago, I was like, my sugar intake was massive, it was like 100 grams, ridiculous. Horrible eating habits. Now I've really like improved massively. I'm just thinking about this, but I had some pretzels that contains gluten, flour, that just creates gut inflammation. And then we got these like 50% cacao, milk, baking, chocolate. That was my sugar intake, and that's like good compared to what I was doing before. But that's what caused it. I don't think I had any dairy or anything else, but like you have to figure it out for yourself. Like, you know, when my back was gnarly, like I wasn't eating any dairy, no sugar, because I was like, nope, I know the parasites in me are craving these foods. But now I can eat cheese and my skin doesn't break out. So you can see how like complex all of this is. So my job is like, okay, what's the root cause? Like, what's that one lead domino that's universal between most people that you can knock down and it'll make everything easier and necessary. So it's like one, stop doing the things that are causing skin inflammation from the products you're using to the harsh chemicals and ingredients to eating dairy, sugar, and gluten. Once you identify that and go down that rabbit hole to justify it to your brain that okay, yeah, this stuff is actually causing it because you see it for yourself, then it becomes a challenge of like, how do you stop craving these foods? Part of it is your gut literally is craving these foods. The parasites or whatever are craving the sugar, and it takes time to, you got to balance and stabilize your blood sugar to a whole list of other things. But anyways, I'm still going on this YouTube live and nobody's watching. Don't really care. I can't stop. But yeah, so everything that I talk about, there's probably like 50 different things I listed in this video. I'll talk about them individually later down the road. Hit the like button, drop a comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I look forward to connecting with you soon. How do we end this? I don't know how to end this.